Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share this with you, and I want to be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine, being buried alive, laying in a coffin, but you realize you're not dead. The sun is very bright today. You don't know how to open the coffin and push the enormous weight of the dirt that's upon the lid off. But then you also think, maybe if I bang on the lid, I might unsettle the dirt, and maybe someone might notice and start digging their way down to help me. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it alone, but you don't know where to turn for help. In reality, there are probably people standing right by the grave, but you don't know that. You think you're just going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be good at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind when you were abusing drugs and alcohol that you might just overdose? With this, I want to leave one last thought. Don't be that person in a coffin, alive, banging on the lid, hoping that somebody might hear you and help you. Be the person instead that will today take action and receive and get and seek the help that you need. There are people like myself at 844-405-HELP. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach. There are people like Larry Geis at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis is an addiction recovery coach with over 30 years experience. He will help you from your addiction to your recovery, but you need to reach out to either one of us or the thousands of other life/addiction recovery coaches. You need to make that first move, because if you are going to lay in that coffin alive and hope that somebody might help you, it's not going to help. You have to reach out. Larry Geis can be found on the internet at www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geis is waiting to help take your life back, but you need to call him at 516-458-2741. Let Larry Geis or myself help you take your life back, folks, before your life is gone. GlobalEyeglasses.com. They are focused on saving you money. I am focused on making sure that you focus on my videos, and what better way than to tell you, if you go to www.globaleyeglasses.com, they will help you. They will give you an opportunity to select one or more frames out of 1,200 frames, whether they're children's, whether they're adults, whether they're plastic, metal, half frames, no frames, all available at globaleyeglasses.com. But you need to make that first move and go there and start selecting. Here's the great thing. I have over 30 years experience in the optical industry. So not only do you have me as your addiction recovery coach, your life coach, the host of this show, but as your personal optical genius. All you have to do is text me at 631-599-0218, and I will help pick the right frame and the right lenses, all for you. You need progressives, they have them. You need transitions, they have them. You need photochromatics, polarized, all available at Global Eyeglasses, but you need to go there, www.globaleyeglasses.com. Let them focus on saving you money. Folks, today after Thanksgiving, and I have 7 reasons to be thankful that I was sober yesterday on Thanksgiving. Hopefully you were sober on Thanksgiving. This year is my 3rd sober Thanksgiving. Although we aren't doing the normal huge, we didn't do the normal huge dinner yesterday because my wife had to work and she was busy. I was still able to spend Thanksgiving with her at her job and enjoy the special day. Thanksgiving is a day when you're meant to reflect on what you are grateful for. And the one thing that tops my list, the only thing that really tops my list, other than my wife, is sobriety. Some sober people and a lot of normies probably think it's the pits to be sober on Thanksgiving, but it's not. But it's actually pretty amazing. That's why I'm taking the time to let you know what my 7 reasons were to be sober yesterday. And the first one was this morning, preparing for this video. I woke up and I did not have a hangover. Thanksgiving Eve is the biggest bar night of the year throughout this country. It used to be just another reason for me to get drunk. Being sober now, I can stay in go and spend time with my wife and even help her cook. I'm able to read the recipes because the possibilities are endless when you're sober. You are clear-minded. Without the hangover, I can take on the whole world. Number 2 on my list is renewed taste buds. If you're hungover, you're always drinking excessively. It's probably your taste buds have gone slightly deadened. When I was drinking, I didn't even care for the food half the time. My stomach was upset about drinking, so I didn't even bother eating. Plus, I was bloated from the drinking. Now I can actually savor the flavors of different kinds of food. And we all know that's important during Thanksgiving because the food and the pies and all that good stuff, of course, the pounds get added on. But this is the time of year where pounds don't matter. I always say to my wife, during Halloween and New Year's is when I gain the weight. And then from New Year's until my wellness test in March, I concentrate on losing the weight. Number 3 is gratefulness. Yes, you should be thankful for gratefulness and vice versa. One of the things I realized is how ungrateful I was when I was drinking. I didn't care about anything. I can truly say I'm thankful to be grateful. I am thankful sobriety has given me the opportunity to take my life back and become grateful for each and every day that I wake up. Number 4, avoid the embarrassment. Do you remember those days? Being embarrassed because you know people know that you're drinking. You know people know that you're an alcoholic. If you're sober, chances are you won't be doing any of the embarrassing things you did when you were drunk or doing drugs. You'll actually remember everything you can calmly enjoy an awesome holiday with your family and friends without blackening out. Number 5 is the shopping. For you ladies that love to shop, if Black Friday is your thing, which it is today, I am sure it's much easier to do the shopping sober, especially how violent some of the areas get. Now that they're opening the stores on the evening of Thanksgiving, it's even more of a reason to stay sober. You'll be able to get to those sales without throwing bows and a designated driver for any other family member who want to shop with you. But you might have to also take them out for dinner first. Warning, there are only 29 shopping days left before Christmas. 28 shopping days left before Christmas. Number 6, it's realizing your worth. You are awesome and you are worth some. Being grateful on Thanksgiving, especially for the sobriety, for your sobriety, brings it all into a full circle. Remind yourself to today why you're sober and how hard you have worked to get to this point. In my case, my 3rd Thanksgiving. Today's holiday is a great reminder of why you're worth the work it requires to continue being sober. And remember that you're here for your family, and with God's power and will, you'll continue being here. Last but not least on my list is number 7, family. There's nothing better than being with your loved ones during the holidays. If you are cranky, bitter, drunk like I was, then you probably never appreciated it before. In the past, I couldn't be bothered with family functions. Dinners bored me and couldn't wait to get out of there so I can hide in the closet and continue drinking. I have completely converted into a Holly-obsessed freak who burns balsam candles in the middle of summer and wants to get Christmas tree before Thanksgiving. I cannot wait. Tomorrow I'm putting my Christmas tree up. This is what sobriety does to people. You become excited for the past things you were never excited for. I found myself getting all teary-eyed watching just some of these testimonies during the Thanksgiving parade. I feel like a little kid experienced these holidays for the first time, getting giddy over parade balloons and floats, looking around the table, seeing all the family members laugh and get along. This is life, my friends. You see, there really is nothing like experiencing the holidays sober after being numb for so many years. So take some time today to remember that you're sober, how great it is, and as well as everything in your life that you should be thankful for. I hope you're thankful to be sober on Thanksgiving, which was yesterday, and every day of the year. And for the folks that didn't see my video yesterday, happy Thanksgiving once again to you all. These were the 7 reasons to be thankful that I am sober Thanksgiving and today on Black Friday. This is my third year being sober on Thanksgiving. Although we didn't have a huge turkey dinner, my wife had to work. I went to her job. I had dinner there with her. And it doesn't matter where you have Thanksgiving dinner. It's the people you're around. It's your physical health and how you feel. And celebrate my sobriety. It was great not to wake up with a hangover this morning. We all know Thanksgiving Eve is one of the biggest nights of the year where people are drinking and people having fun, but not necessary to do because Thanksgiving evening for me was a bliss either way. It's great that I had my renewed taste buds, my third year with taste buds where I actually enjoyed mashed potatoes, and I enjoyed the beans, and I enjoyed the turkey and the pies. Before then, when I was drinking, taste buds didn't mean anything. Matter of fact, I was always bloated from the vodka I was drinking. Food was just a mandatory thing to absorb the alcohol. Gratefulness is one of the hugest things to be Thanksgiving, because you got to remember Thanksgiving stands for giving thanks, and giving thanks is gratefulness. Yes, you should be thankful for gratefulness and vice versa. One of the things I've realized is how ungrateful I was for so many years. I am now thankful for sobriety, my family, and my friends, and you, my audience. It is nice, number 4, to avoid the embarrassment, and believe me, all those years I knew people were watching me and probably talking about me, but I didn't care because my liquor was my life. My liquor was my life. Now it feels great not to worry about embarrassment. Number 5 is shopping. If Black Friday is your thing, today is Black Friday. Go out there, but be careful. I just saw in the news that people out there literally beating each other up over sales. Folks, do me a favor. And I always say there's nothing wrong with drinking as long as you know how to handle it and you're sociable. Don't drink and drive today, please, or any day. But also, don't drink before going shopping, because even 1 or 2 beers, 1 or 2 shots of liquor can accelerate your moodiness. Number 6 is realizing your worth. And I say this all the time. Folks, you need to realize that God created a masterpiece in you. He created, you're like a clump of clay that He created, molded to be awesome like you. It is you and I that take our own image and redo what God created. And 99.9% of the time we create something that we don't like until we seek help from either our spiritual advisor, which is God, seek help from a life coach, addiction recovery coach, or seek help from our partners, our wives, our husbands. But it's never too late to change, to better yourself. And why not start on Black Friday? And number 7 is family. There's nothing better than being with your loved ones throughout the year, especially during holidays. And distance and miles keep our families apart, and many are our situations. Folks, most of my family is not in New York. Well, I shouldn't say most. A lot of my family is not in New York. So miles keep us apart, and the same applies to you, I'm sure. And you know, you as my audience are my family, and our miles keep us apart. Yet our camera, my videos, keep us together. This is 770 videos today, folks. That's over 2 years of daily videos. It is our relationship that binds us, and we all have one thing in common. We either all have an addiction or we know someone with an addiction. And that keeps us together as a family. We are a family of addicted or addiction. Together we will continue our family relationship and fight addiction and spread the word on addiction and make sure that we teach our children not to drink, not to smoke, not to use profanity, and not to physically abuse. It is us together as a family that will teach our children respect, love, compassion. But it all starts with you, my friend. It all starts with what God gave you, the tools He gave you, of leading by example. If you continue to smoke and drink and use profanity in front of your children, folks, your children will say it's okay because you are their role model. Put an end to it today. Make today, November 27, 2015, your first new day of your new life. If you have an addiction with alcohol and drugs, seek help now. November 28th is not guaranteed for you. It's not guaranteed for me. What you are guaranteed is to hear my message if you're listening. And my message to you is never ever wait and prolong seeking help. Start today. You can reach out to me at 844-405-HELP. You can reach out to Larry Geis at 516-458-2741. Together, let's all come join hands as a family of addiction or of addicted loved ones and fight this terrible disease. And it is worth fighting for, to continue living, to expand our life, to extend our life. I hope to God, no matter where you are watching me, folks, that you adhere to my advice. There is a reason that I do this show, the Take Your Life Back Today show, because I want you to call 1-844-405-HELP if you truly need help. And if you don't need help, but you know someone that does, call me at the Take Your Life Back Today show at 1-844-405-HELP. And I will help you or your loved one or your friend take their life back. I hope to God you have the most pleasant day of your lifetime, but I hope and I pray that either you, your loved one, your friends have a sober rest of their life. And together, let's all put an end to drug and alcohol abuse. And may God bless you.